Okay. Welcome to Manchester Academy Baseball. I'm Josh Miller. I'll be bringing you the game tonight from Canton Academy as the Mavericks will take on the Panthers again for the second time this season. Both teams opened up with each other, and Manchester took a 3-2 victory in Yazoo City a couple of weeks ago. Mavericks since then have won 3 in a row by margins of 10 run rules or 15 run rules and have looked good doing it. Tonight on the mound for the Mavericks will be Brody Roberts. His counterpart tonight for the Panthers will be Adams. Adams, a big right-handed thrower, throws hard. He's warming up as we speak. The lineup for the Mavericks tonight will be Dees, Tyson, Roberts, Burton, Ketchum, Walton. And the bottom half of the lineup will be Estes, Miller, and Nixon. Nothing changes for the Mavericks. tonight as they continue to hope to hit the ball like they've been doing the last few games. 68 degrees here in Canton with a 12-mile-an-hour south-southwest wind blowing in from center field and gusting to 18. During the JV game, not many balls were hit deep as the wind was killing them as they went up into the air, but Mavericks have a little bit more power on the high school teams. They got 3 home runs on the season so far. They've also been averaging almost 12 runs a game. They beat Yazoo County Tuesday night 15-0 in 3 innings. Behind good hitting, they scored 8 runs in the third, had a 5th run second inning, and went on to coast easily as their pitching staff only gave up 1 hit against the Panthers of Yazoo County. So tonight for the Mavericks, Dees will lead off, batting .500 for the season. He's got .683 on base percentage. And he'll be followed by the 2-hole hitter, the senior catcher Tyson, and Roberts, who's the pitcher for the Mavericks tonight. And he'll step in against Adams here to begin the game. On the mound, as I said, for Canton Academy's Adams on third base will be Dearman, Winston at shortstop, Sandberg at second, Bates at first, and Johnson, the catcher. The first pitch comes in low for a ball. Count goes to 1-0, and the outfield from left to right will be Phillipson, Lampkin, and Cook for the Panthers. As Adams again is ready to throw the 1-0 pitch. This time it'll be a strike over the inside part of the plate. Dees was watching that one all the way in. Dees on the season's been a good leadoff hitter. He's been able to come around. And on the third pitch, it's going to be a high fastball. It's going to catch him in his shoulder. He'll go down to first base, be hit by a pitch to start the game off. It brings up the left-handed hitting catcher, Tyson. That was Dees' third time to be hit by a pitch. He'll tie for the team lead with Miller and Ketchum. All 3 have been hit 3 times now in the young season. Mavericks as a team, like the crowd to play, been hit 12 times this year. As Tyson's ready to step in with the Mavericks on first base, leadoff hitter in the game on for the Mavs. Mavericks started running a little bit more the other night against Yazoo County. We'll see what they do. They like to hit and run with these two. As Tyson can watch the first pitch come in high for a ball, count goes to 1-0. So 1-0, Tyson, left-handed hitter. Dees takes the lead at first base. 1-0 comes in again, high and outside, counts 2-0. As Adams hadn't been able to find the plate, all his misses so far have been high to the right side. So 2-0 count, no outs. We're just underway here at the top of the first inning. Mavericks and Canton Academy. Dees on first base with the lead as Adams again brings a 2-0. This time a strike called belt high. Count goes 2-1. Adams located a strike after 2 balls, has a 2-1 count now as he'll look in and get a sign. 2-1 again, comes in high and outside to go 3-1. Roberts on deck. Tyson on the season is batting .364. As he's got a runner on first base, and Dees, the leadoff hitter from Mavericks, was plunked on the third pitch of the game. So Adams will try to get a strike over on the 3-1 count. And again, misses high and outside, and he'll walk Tyson on 5 pitches. Tyson will go down to first base with Dees on second. We'll see if we get a pinch runner for the catcher. Brings up Brody Roberts. Roberts on the season's batting .333. He's got a runner in scoring position where he's batting .385, and the Mavericks are batting a blistering .429 with runners in scoring position so far on the season. So we do have a pinch runner. It's going to be Austin for Tyson. Gives the Mavericks a little bit more speed as Austin was able to steal 26 bases last season. Just got back from soccer and getting his feet wet this year. So no outs, men on first and second for the Mavericks. Roberts up to bat versus Adams. Adams will check Dees at second, deliver home. It's going to be a strike over the inside part of the plate. Counts 0-1 as Adams, for the first time, gets ahead of the batter. Mavericks looking to get on board first. First time these two teams played, Burton, the number 4 hitter, drove in a run or 2 runs in the first on a double to the outfield. Adams again checks D's and delivers the 0-1 home. It's going to be a foul ball straight back over the plate. The count goes to 0-2. For the first time tonight, Adams is way ahead on the count against one of the Manchester Academy batters. So an 0-2 count with no outs. Burton on deck, the number 4 hole hitter for the Mavericks. Roberts waits on the 0-2. It'll be a breaking ball that stays high, and the count's now 1-2. Nice job by Roberts not to swing at the high breaking ball. Outfield's playing deep against the Mavericks. Mavericks were able to hit the ball pretty good the first time against the Panthers as the 1-2 pitch is on its way. Again, missing high on a breaking ball, maybe a changeup that time. Count evens 2-2 as Roberts done a good job after falling behind 0-2. So a 2-2 pitch with runners on first and second, advantage is back in Roberts. As he's going to call timeout and step out, Roberts will get the timeout from the umpire, and now he's back into the box. As Adams is going to have to bring something over plate on 2-2, can't take a chance of falling behind with runners on first and second. The 2-2 on its way. It's going to be a fastball high swung at. It's a high fly ball to right field. Right fielder backs up, gets under it. Dees is going to tag from second base. He'll go into third standing up, so a nice job of hitting by Roberts. He's able to move the runner up 90 feet with a deep fly ball to right field. And that's going to bring up the number 4 hole hitter in Burton. We'll see what the Mavericks decide to do with Austin on first base, see if they'll elect to run here. Coach from Panthers, the Canton Academy Panthers, steps out and gives them some signals. See how they decide to play this. Mavericks usually are pretty aggressive when they get runners on first and third. So it's 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Mavericks have a runner on third, 90 feet away from getting the first run across. As Burton looks for the first pitch, it's going to be a changeup that fouled back over the backstop and counts 0-1. Burton took a big swing at it, just barely missed it. So 0-1 to Burton. He's back into the box. Adams is going to look over to first base. Gets his pitch, delivers home. He's going to hit Burton to load the bases, which will bring up Ketchum. So Burton gets hit by a pitch. Second batter for the Mavericks to be hit by a pitch tonight. They've got bases full of runners as the catcher's going to call timeout. Go talk to Adams, Johnson, the catcher, taking his time, see if they can calm Adams down a little bit. He's hit 2 and walked 1. He did get a fly out on Roberts to deep right field, and it brings up Ketchum. Ketchum's the number 5 hole hitter, batting .444, but he's batting .667. The runner's in scoring position this year, and he's got bases full as Adams will go back to the windup. The first pitch comes. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. It's going to be a close play at home. And they call him out. Nice slide by Dees. It's bang, bang play. The umpire said he was out. Ball was hit to third base. Third baseman came charging in, made the throw home, and got the out. So there's 2 outs now with bases loaded. As Burton gets a fielder's choice, brings up Walton. Walton batting .200 on the season, 286 runners in scoring position. Mavericks are looking for a hit here. Walton will step in. First pitch for Walton is going to be grounded toward second base. It's going to be a routine play. He picks it up, throws to first, and Mavericks lead 3 on base. The end of the first inning with the Panthers coming to bat in the bottom half. We're going to go back to Power 107 for some words from our sponsors. second base. In the inning, Mavericks leave 3 on, 2 in scoring position, as they're going to come out in the field now to face Canton Academy with Brody Roberts on the mound. Roberts on the season's 3-0. He's pitched 5 innings, got 5 walks, 11 Ks. He's got a 0.00 ERA. He's only given up 1 hit in those 5 innings, and it came the other night against Yazoo County. His longest outing so far has just been over 2 innings, as Coach Hester's been able to keep his pitchers just pitching a few innings here and there early in the season, working their arms up. Due up for the Canton Academy Panthers will be Lampkin, Sandberg, Bates, Cook, Johnson, Winston, Dearman, Adams, and Phillip. The leadoff hitter, Lampkin, was 0 for 4 against the Mavericks the first time they played with 2 strikeouts. And he'll be followed by Sandberg and Bates. Bates did not play in that first game. The Canton Academy Panthers had 2 players that didn't play against the Mavericks in the first game in the starting lineup tonight. So Mavericks have taken the warm-up pitches as Tyson will talk to Roberts. Roberts had a little bit of control issue starting off the season. He's not gotten ahead of the batters like Coach Hester would like him to. We'll see tonight if he'll work a little bit deeper into the game, as the Mavericks are in the field for the first time. We're in the bottom of the first inning with the score tied 0-0. First pitch can be a fastball for a strike. Swing and strike as Lampkin took a big hack at it. It was letter high and he couldn't catch up to it, and Roberts had 0-1. So Roberts likes to work fast. He's ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch. This one misses high, and the count now is 1-1. Mavericks defense looks like this. It'll be Roberts on the mound with Tyson behind the plate. After this pitch, I'll give the rest of the defense as the 1-1 pitch is on its way. Just missing outside, count goes 2-1. At third base will be Estes. Shortstop, Dees. Second base, Ketchum. First base, Walton. In the outfield and left field to be Garner Burton. Center field, Nixon. In the right field, Jack Miller, to round out the defense for the Mavericks here starting off the game. Roberts looks in, gets his count in the 2-1. Just misses outside. Count now is 3-1. A very good pitch. Thought he might have caught the outside corner, but umpire said just missed. Count now goes 3-1. So Roberts here will have to throw a strike on a 3-1 pitch. And he throws it right down the middle, and Lampkin swings through it, and the count goes 3-2. Big pitch coming for Roberts, a 3-2. Throws it over the head of the batter. He's going to walk him on 6 pitches. Gives a leadoff runner to the Panthers. This is something that's we've talked about several times, plagued the Mavericks pitching staff. It's not really come back to haunt them yet this year, but they've given off a lot of leadoff hitters to the base paths to start games and during the innings. They're going to have to get that under control a little better as the season goes on. It's not come back to bite them just yet as Sandberg steps in. Sandberg was 1 for 4 the last game against the Mavericks and with a strikeout. First pitch, Sandberg's going to be a strike. So he was able to hit a fastball over the middle of the plate. Lampkin's on first base after the walk. He's got a big lead. Roberts will take a quick look. So he'll take a step back and deliver the 0-1. It's going to be fouled back in the netting. Count now is 0-2 as Roberts is able to get to a good pitching count for him. Mavericks looking to come back in to hit after leaving 3 men on in the top of the first inning. Had the bases loaded, 1 out, and failed to score a run. One of the few times this year the Mavericks hadn't scored with runners on the base path, especially on second and third, as Robert throws the 0-2, missing high and outside. Sandberg didn't chase after it, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1-2 count with no outs. Lampkin's on first base after the 6-pitch walk to him, as Roberts going to deliver the 1-2 home. Breaking ball, check swing. Count goes 2-2. Winds died down Started off the game at 12 miles an hour, but the flagpole now is dead still, no wind blowing. As the batter of Sandberg's asked for time, the umpire's giving it to him. So 2-2 count. Runner on first. Big pitch for Roberts here early in the game. Mavericks need an out. Pitch comes. Fouled back in the backstop. Nice job of hitting by Sandberg. Big crowd for the Mavericks here on the short drive over to Canton tonight. Canton Academy also has a nice sized crowd. Canton's 2-1 on the season. Their only loss coming to the Mavericks in that opening night game. Mavericks 4-0. Roberts going to look it back to first. Lampkin's got a smaller lead. Roberts throws a nice breaking ball, just misses to the outside. Count goes 3-2. Umpires had a tight strike zone so far. Big 3-2 pitch. We'll see if the runner goes here. He does. Pitch going to be a high fly ball to center field. Nixon's underneath it as he'll make the catch. Runner will retreat back to first. Good job of pitching by Roberts to get the fly out to center field on Lampkin. It'll be one out as the runner, Sandberg as the runner Lampkin was going on the 3-2 pitch with no out. We'll bring up Sawyer Bates, who didn't play the first time against the Mavericks, so this will be his first time to face the Mavericks this year. He'll have a runner on first base with one out. There's no score here in the bottom of the first inning with the Mavericks in the field at Canton Academy. Bates, a left-handed hitter, will face a right-handed batting, or right-handed pitching. Roberts' first pitch comes in. It's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, chance for two. But Dees will go across, play. Nice play at 6-3 as Lampkin had a good lead. Took off on the thing, and they weren't going to have a shot at him at second. Thought at first maybe they were, but Dees makes a heads-up play, gets a big hop, and throws across the diamond for the out. So Bates will be retired on 6-3. It's 2 outs, brings up Cook. Cook, again, was a no-show for the first game, didn't play against the Mavericks. He's a left-handed hitter too, so the Mavericks have a left-hander versus a right-hander with a runner on second for the Panthers. First pitch comes in. Strike one, nice pitch swinging as Cook couldn't catch up to the fastball down low. Cook's a tall batter, and the ball was down toward his knees. Couldn't catch up to the fastball by Roberts. Roberts take a quick look back to second base and deliver home again. This one's going to be a high fly ball. Should be routine for Burton as he's underneath it. Makes the catch. The Mavericks get out of the inning after a leadoff walk. So both teams had leadoff runners on. Neither have scored as we'll go in the top of the second inning. We come back from Power 107 and a commercial break from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks going into the top of the second inning, tied with Canton Academy 0-0 as the Panthers are finishing their warm-up pitchers. Catcher was the last batter. He was getting his gear back on. As Adams will take the mound again for the Panthers, and Adams loaded the bases on and was able to get out of the inning on a 2 ground balls in a row in the infield. He threw 17 pitches, 8 of them were for strikes, but he hit 2 batters and walked 1. It's going to bring up Estes, Miller, and Nixon. Estes on the season is batting 143, the third baseman for the Mavericks. Has a 450 batting or on base percentage. He's going to watch the first pitch come by for a strike. He'll be down to count 0-1. Miller and Nixon are next, and then back to the top of the lineup. So Adams got out of a bind in the first inning. We'll see how he does in the second. If he puts any more Mavericks on base, as he's ahead to Estes 0-1. Second pitch is going to be fouled back straight into the netting behind home plate. The count goes to 0-2. Mavericks trying to get on board first. Had a golden opportunity in the first inning. Couldn't come up with a timely hit. As Adams taking his time. He was tucking his shirt in, readjusting. He's got an 0-2 lead on Estes. Estes now is going to call time as Adams was taking time getting his signal. 0-2, no outs here in the top of the second inning. Estes, the right-handed hitter versus the right-hand pitching Adams. And 0-2 on its way. Misses high. The count goes 1-2. So when Adams missed tonight, he's missed high. Mavericks trying to find some balls they can drive as he's been able to locate some on the inside part of the plate on fastballs. The 1-2 comes in. Call strike 3 on Estes. He was right down the middle, and Estes couldn't pull the trigger, and he'll strike out looking. That's going to bring up Miller.
Next, number 22, Jack.
Miller comes into the game batting .250 on the season, has a .538 on base percentage. So he'll step in looking to be the Mavericks' first runner here in the top of the second inning against Adams. First pitch comes in, strike over the outside part of the corner of the plate. Mavericks hadn't been able to get that call yet tonight, as Adams located that one right on the outside part of the plate. So an 0-1 pitch comes. Fouled straight back. 0-2 to Miller. Miller will have to choke up and protect the plate as Estes struck out last at bat. Watching, Miller has an 0-2 count just like Estes, as Adams kind of finding his groove now. So Adams taking his time again, starts his windup, 0-2 on his way. As Miller will strike out looking on a curveball. Brings up Nixon.
Next for the Mavericks, number 2, Grant Nixon.
Nixon comes in batting .500 on the season in the 9-hole spot with a .583 on base percentage. Looking to be Mavericks' first base runner again, as I said, in the top of the second inning, as Adams has 2 straight punch-outs, both watching. First pitch, Nixon comes. He's going to square the bunt. It's going to be a foul ball over the backstop as he wasn't able to get it down.
Good try, buddy.
So Nixon will come step back in. Nixon down 0-1, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Adams taking his time. He really takes a long time getting his signal. Delivers home. Again, it's a nice bunt down third base side. Third baseman's not going to get it. It goes through his legs. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. Would have been close had he got it. Nixon has good speed, but that one went right through his legs. He tried to barehand it. And it's going to be an error on the third baseman. Mavericks do have a runner on first base with Dees coming up. Nixon has good speed. We'll see if the Mavericks try to hit and run or get them second with D, to give somebody on scoring position for D's. So Nixon will take his lead. They may try a pitch out here. First pitch comes in, fastball, line drive, throw it past the diving shortstop. Nixon's going to make his turn at second. Good job by the center fielder to get the ball in. Gives Mavericks runners on first and second as Dees picks up the first base hit from the Mavericks tonight on a line drive past the shortstop, Winston. Mavericks now have runners on first and second. And the left-handed hitting catcher Tyson coming up. So Tyson's going to step in. He walked his first time up. So he'll look to get a base hit. Mavericks so far tonight are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. As both runners take their lead, the first pitch comes to Tyson. It's going to be a strike right down the middle. Fastball as Tyson watched it go by. Counts 0-1. So an 0-1 count now. 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Mavericks. Pitch comes. Check swing just outside. The umpire called it a strike. Umpire said he went around. Didn't ask for an appeal. 0-2 on the count now as Tyson could call timeout. It was a very close check swing. Not sure if he went around or not from behind it. We're right behind the home plate. 0-2. Tyson's going to have to protect the plate here with 2 outs. Pitch comes. Misses low. As the runners are going to go toward third, it's going to be a throw down, and they're going to be safe on second and third. Nixon got a good break on a ball that squirted to the pitcher. I think they may have had a miscommunication on what they were throwing that time. So Mavericks had back-to-back strikeouts to end or start the inning. They've got runners now on second and third after the error on the third base. Pitch coming up here for Adams and the Panthers. Mavericks have already left 3 on base and 2 in scoring position. 1-2 comes. High, ball 2. Nice job by Tyson. So 2-2, 2 outs. Adams starts his motion. He'll deliver home. Fouled back into the backstop on the changeup. Ball was fouled back by Tyson. Count remains at 2-2. Nixon, good speed. Anything that gets by him can do it. The umpire's asking for a new ball. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Mavericks got runners on second and third with Tyson in the batter's box. Adams will deliver. Strike 3 as he watched it go down the middle. And that's going to end the inning for the Mavericks. Again, they leave 2 runners on base, 4 in scoring position through 2 innings. We're going to go back to power 107, tied 0-0. baseball, Mavericks failed to score again. They've left 5 runners on through 2 innings. 4 of them have been in scoring position. They're 0 for 3 now with runners in scoring position. And what they've done so well this season, hitting the ball with runners in scoring position, has been their Achilles heel so far tonight. Due up for the Panthers will be Johnson, Winston, and Dearman in the bottom of the second inning. As the Mavericks and Panthers play for the second time this season, and the 0-2 pitch comes. Fouled back just off the catcher's mitt, almost a third strike foul ball. Tyson wasn't able to come up with it, and Johnson stays alive on a fastball that Roberts challenged him at chest high. Roberts waiting on him already. He's getting in a little bit more of a groove, and he's got an 0-2 pitch coming for him. Shakes his head yes to the catcher. Pitch comes. Strike 3 swinging on a high fastball. This time Roberts comes back with the fastball up high. Gets the first out of the inning, and he'll face Winston, the shortstop.
Number 6, Bradley Watson.
So Winston comes in. He was 1 for 3 last game with a strikeout. He did walk one time, along with a hit. And first pitch he watched strike is Roberts starting to groove him a little bit better now. Hits the outside part of the plate. Gets ahead again, 0-1. Defense from the Mavericks playing standard depth as the next pitch comes in high and inside. No wind blowing now here at the ballpark. Winston hit a home run the last game against the Mavericks. 1-1 comes. Big swinging strike at a breaking ball way out ahead of it. And again, Roberts works ahead in the count 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-2 on its way. Almost gets him inside, just barely misses on a high fastball. And he tried to, Winston acted like it hit him, stood there for a few minutes, or a few seconds, then decided he tried to run to first base. The umpire calls him back. The count goes to 2-2. So 2-2, 1 out. A little bit of theatrics by Winston trying to go to first base on a pitch that was close to hitting him. Umpire told him to come back, didn't hit him, and the count's 2-2 with 1 out. Mavericks pitches again high. Count's now 3-2. So 3-2 count coming as Roberts delivers. Strike 3 swinging, another good pitch challenging the batter. Wasn't able to catch up to it. Gets his second strikeout of the inning. It brings up Dearman, the third baseman. Dearman was a pinch hitter last game. He was 1 for 1. Mavericks won that game 3-2, and they're in another close one. Starting off tonight, low scoring one, 0-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch swing and strike. As Brody Roberts is starting to locate his fastball a little bit better. He's thrown 27 pitches, 17 of them have been strikes. 0-1 comes, strike 2, right down the middle. Again, he's way ahead in the pitch count. He's got a chance to get the sides here if he can get a pitch coming. 0-2 coming, missing high as he tried to get him chase a fastball up high. One and two now with 2 outs. Mavericks defense waiting on the pitch. Just misses low.
Good pitch.
Over the outside part of the plate. Got a strike called there on his first pitch. The umpire didn't give it to him that time. The count goes 2-2. So 2-2 after starting 0-2. Pitch comes. Strike 3. Right down the middle. Fooled him with a fastball over the outside part of the plate. Roberts comes in and strikes out the side, the number 5, 6, 7 hitters. Mavericks come back to bat in the top of the third with Roberts, the 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters coming up, and we come back from Power 107 and a message from our sponsors. Baseball live on Power 107. Mavericks travel to Canton Academy tonight to play the Panthers as we move to the top of the third inning in a scoreless game. Mavericks have no runs on one hit. They've left 5 on base so far tonight. 3 or 4 of them have been in scoring position. Panthers, no hits. Well, they do have an error in the field, and they've left 1 runner on. And that runner also was in scoring position. Mavericks are looking to maybe get on some runs here in this inning as the Panthers are finishing up their warm-up pitches. Due up for the Mavericks be the 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters.
Next, number 13, Brody Roberts.
As Roberts step in, he flew out to right field his first go-around. Back in the first inning, did advance D's on that play. And he'll step in to face Adams, who's about to work his third inning. Adams on the night's thrown 32 pitches. First ball comes in high and misses. Ball 1. Adams thrown 20 strikes in his 32 pitches to start the game off. So 1-0 pitch coming inside, just misses. Robert Counts goes 2-0. There's been a scoring correction as they've awarded Nixon now a hit on his bunt attempt. They said that the third baseman would not have been able to make the play even if he picked it up. So the Mavericks have 2 hits on the night. As Roberts awaits the pitch on a 2-0 count. So 2-0 comes in. Strike 1, swinging. 2-1. Roberts took a big hack at it, couldn't catch up to the fastball that was chest high. Count will move to 2-1. Leadoff hitter for the Mavericks here in the top of the third inning. Adams again is working out of the windup, takes his time. Brings the pitch low and outside, and the count's 3-1 now to Roberts. Roberts got a good hitting count here. Burton's on deck. Burton was hit by a pitch his last time up. So 3-1. Strike 2. Over the outside part of the plate. Roberts didn't like it. Count goes to 3-2. So a 3-2 count. No outs here. Leadoff batter for the Mavericks in the top of the third inning. Ball 4 to Roberts. Nice job hitting. Roberts draws his second walk of the year. He'll trot down to first base. Mavericks probably bring in a pinch runner.
Up next, number 6.
And they do. It'll be Adam Edgar. Edgar on the season does some running for the Mavericks. No stolen bases on the season yet. Mavericks have a leadoff runner on, and Burton come up to bat. He was hit by his pitch last time up. On the season, he's batting .333. Burton has 5 RBIs. He's one behind the team leaders in the RBI category. Edgar takes his lead on first base. Adams will bring the pitch home. Nice job by Burton. He thought about swinging, pulled back. It's going to be a ball high on a fastball. It missed letter high, and the count's now 1-0. Mavericks trying to get on the board after leaving runners in scoring position 2 innings in a row. Burton gets the 1-1. It's going to be a ground ball past the diving third baseman. A base hit. It'll be a third base hit for the Mavericks tonight. His runners are now on first and second. A base hit by Burton. He's been on base both times. Brings up Ketchum. Ketchum grounded out in a fielder's choice. First inning grounded to the third baseman. They were able to get D's at home plate. On the season, Ketchum's batting .667 with runners in scoring position. The Mavericks, for the third straight inning, have a runner in scoring position as the coaches are going to talk to the Canton Academy. While they do that, we'll thank some of our sponsors that bring you baseball to you on Power 107. Bank Plus, Manchester Academy, William Clark and Morrison, Main Street Market, Yazoo County Fair, Jim Newsom Trucking, Bank of Yazoo, Yazoo Valley Electric, P-Rose, Coghlan Planning, Scott Petroleum, and McCaleb Insurance. Thank you to all these sponsors that bring you Manchester Academy baseball to you all season long live on Power 107 in Yazoo City. So the meeting was a quick one at the mound. Mavericks have runners on first and second, no outs, as they've got Ketchum coming up. Ketchum grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. On deck will be Walton. They ended the first inning with runners on with a ground out to the second baseman for Walton. We'll see if the Mavericks will elect to let Ketchum swing away and stay hot, or maybe they try to run the runners up a base by bunting. First pitch comes in. He will square the bunt, and they're going to step off just to see what happened. Ketchum squares the bunt, but Canton's going to redo this. We'll see how they play it. They've got the third baseman playing deep. First baseman's way inside the first base. They're going to try to get the leadoff runner if they can. As Adams comes set to pitch, and Maverick's going to hit away, it appears. Nope, they turned the bunt. Ball's going to be low. Nice job by Ketchum. Pull back. Count goes to 1-0. Mavericks putting a little pressure on the Panthers this inning, trying to bunt runners across. On deck is Walton, the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Mavericks. As again, the first baseman for the Panthers, even with the pitcher's mound, he'll come charging in the Mavericks bunt. They do turn the bunt. Again, way outside. Count now is 2-0. I don't think you'll see Will Keaton catch him bunt now. He's going to square. The plan may be to bunt, but I figure they're going to watch a pitch come by to a 2-0 count. See, the two pitches previous by Adams have not been close. Seems to be bothered by the commotion going on. Second baseman's now on the infield grass also. 2-0 coming, and again they square the bunt. And it's going to hit Ketchum. Dead ball, caught him in his forearm. And he pulled back, but I'm not sure what the umpire's saying. He's saying it hit the
He pulled
bat.
his hands back.
It hit him in his arm, his forearm, or his wrist, I thought. The umpire said it hit his bat. I don't think he had a good view on that one. As it thunked, it absolutely was in his wrist, but we'll see what happens after he and Coach Hester talk. He ain't going to ask for the umpire in the field for help, but if he calls that a foul ball, that's going to be a bad call. Absolutely hit Ketchum in his arm. Ketchum showed him the red spot where it hit him. And now they're going to have another talk with both coaches. Coach is going to come out to the field. We'll see if they get this one right or not, but should be a dead ball hit by a pitch. Ketchum still gripping his hand where it hit him. As the two umpires have met out in the field. Coach Hester again comes back down to talk to Ketchum. It's a big call here. Could load the bases for the Mavericks. If not, it'll be a 2-1 pitch. They call it a foul ball. It was a very bad call by the umpire on this one, as it clearly hit him in his arm. Count's going to go 2-1 nevertheless. Chester again is talking to the umpire at home plate.
Pulled back and hit his hand. Dead ball.
Now the infield umpire is coming back again. Still arguing the play. And at this point, I really don't blame Coach Hester on arguing. I'm right behind the plate, and you can hear the thud through my earphones. So 2-1 is going to be the count, it appears, unless they can talk it out, and it doesn't look like they are. And the umpire's walking back after, quite frankly, just missing that one. So 2-1 now to Ketchum. Panthers catch a break on a bad call by the umpires, and the first baseman for the Panthers is still going to come up close, even. We'll see if Ketchum's going to swing away or if he'll try to bunt again. Mavericks have runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the third inning. Adams takes his time. Ketchum does square the bunt. It's going to be bunted back over the backstop. Second time the Mavericks had that happen tonight, is they weren't able to get a fastball down, and the ball goes over the backstop. So 2-2 count, no outs. This time Ketchum will be swinging away. The first baseman's still up on the grass way in front of the bag. Not sure why. He's starting to back up a little bit. Ketchum will have to protect the plate here as Adam takes his time again. 2-2 comes. Fouled back again. Nice job of hitting by Ketchum to keep the count 2-2. To reset, the Mavericks get a base hit and a walk. Had runners on first, second. Ketchum had a 2-0 count and was hit by a pitch. It appeared umpire ruled it hit his hand on the bat, even though he pulled back. Brought the count to 2-1. The count now is 2-2. As Adams will deliver the 2-2 home with no outs here in the top of the third inning. First, he's going to turn and make sure the runner goes back to second as he was taking a bigger lead. Dees was. Excuse me, Edgar. Edgar's on second, pinch running for Roberts. 2-2 comes. It's going to be a ground ball toward the shortstop. Shortstop makes a good play to snag it deep in the hole, but it's going to be a base hit, infield hit. And the baseball gods proved that he was hit by a pitch, getting him an infield hit. Bases are now loaded for the Mavericks as they're going to bring up Ty Walton, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Walton on the season's batting .200 with .286 runner in scoring position. For the third inning in a row, the Mavericks have at least 2 runners in scoring position. They've missed 2 golden opportunities. They've left 4 on already in scoring position as Adams will work out a stretch. Walton just needs to put something in play with the speedy Edgar on third. First pitch comes. Strike on the outside part of the plate.
All right, you didn't want it. Let's go. Get the next one.
Wasn't a good pitch for Walton hitting. Wisely took it. Counts now 0-1. Mavericks have 4 hits now on the night, but no runs as we're in the top of the third inning. Bases loaded and no outs. 1-0 comes. It's going to be a high fly ball, deep right field. It's going to score a run for sure. The wind's going to hold it in the park. Everybody's going to tag up on second and third, and the Mavericks are going to get the first run of the game as Edgar comes in on the sacrifice fly by Walton. A nice job of hitting by Walton. Hit it deep to right field. Wind held it up. Not much wind, but it was enough to hold it in the park. It's going to bring up Estes, who struck out his last time. Watching. Miller will be on deck with 1 out. And the Mavericks now have runners on first and third, and we'll see how they play this one. They've got good speed with Burton on third, as well as first base with Ketchum. Mavericks lead 1-0 as we're in the top of the third. Estes comes up. Adams been able to work out trouble so far tonight. They're going to throw back and try to catch him. He gets back in easily. Mavericks weren't fooled at all on that as they lead 1-0 here as Estes steps back in. So first pitch to Estes comes in. Swing and strike. Counts now 0-1. So 0-1 to Estes. With 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Runners on first and third, and again they're going to throw over to first base. This time to make a stop. Could have been an easy run from the Mavericks. He was able to reach up and get the ball. 1 out, 1 run for the Mavericks so far in the inning. Runners on first and third. Adams working out of the stretch. Pitch comes to Estes, but he's going to try to throw it and just about overthrows third. He went fake to third, came back to first, and almost threw it over the catch or the first baseman Bates that time had to jump in the air to catch it. That's 2 in a row. Their Panthers have almost thrown into right field. Mavericks again weren't fooled at all as Ketchum takes the lead on first. 0-1 comes high. Ball 1. The count's now 1-1. Mavericks love to get another run in this inning as they've hit the ball tonight, just hadn't had any timely hits like they normally do. Adams working out of the stretch, 1-1 count. He's up to 50 pitches. 1-1 comes in high again. This time they're going to run, throw the fake down to third, and they throw it away. A nice job running by Burton. He got a little bit too far off the bag. Did a nice job coming back into third base, got in the throwing lane. The ball ricochets off him, goes into left field. He'll come in to score. Canton does a great job coming over to third, and looks like he cramped up. I saw him come in gimpy, but Coach Hester's down there pushing on it. Looks like maybe his hamstring tightened up on him. So he was coming around the bag. I think he's going to be all right. Wasn't sure at first if it was his knee. He's up now, just caught a cramp, and heads up base running by Ketchum to come in to third on the overthrow. Mavericks now lead 2-0 with Estes having a 2-1 count with one out and another runner in scoring position. The Mavericks being helped out a little bit this inning by Canton Academy throwing the ball around.
Let's go, Cole. Be aggressive, man. Let's go.
If he can get anything in play here, should score Estes, even though Canton's brought both their corners, first and third baseman, then on the grass. 2-1 count comes. Pitch, it's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a C&I single. Second baseman got over, but it was such a slow roll where he wasn't going to get Estes either. He was ranged all the way over to the shortstop side of the bag. It's going to be a base hit for Estes.
Next, number 22.
And an RBI. The Mavericks now take a 3-0 lead as Miller comes up to bat. Miller on the season's batting .250. He struck out his first time, same as Estes. Estes was able to get a base hit and drive in and run. We'll see how Miller does here.
Let's go, Jack. Be aggressive, man.
First pitch comes. It's going to be a hard hit to shortstop. Got a chance for two. They get the first one at second. Turn the double play on a hard hit ball straight at the shortstop. Good job of hitting by Miller, but nice, better play by the Panthers in the field as they'll pick up the 6-4-3 double play. We'll go into the bottom of the third inning with the Mavericks leading 3-0 when we come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Adams will step in to face Roberts here in the bottom of the third inning, and the first pitch will come in high fastball as Roberts will face his counterpart Adams. Adams was 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts the last time the two teams played, as Roberts will bring another pitch in low this time. The count's 2-0. Mavericks are able to strike for 3 in the bottom of the or top of the third inning after leaving 5 on base in the first 2 innings, as Roberts is going to work a 2-0 count. Strike one comes in waist high. Count now is 2. Mavericks have 4 hits on the night, or 5 hits on the night, and no errors. Canton Academy no hits and 2 errors. Roberts will deliver the 2-1 and miss up high. Count's now 3-1. Roberts struck out the side last time up. And he's going to face the 8, 9, and 1 hole hitters this time. So 3-1 pitch coming. Strike 2 swinging. Roberts works the count for 3-2. Has a chance for another punch out, or if he can get it, it'll be his 4th in his row. So Mavericks Wait, the 3-2 pitch. Strike three, swinging. Good pitch by Roberts. He fell behind 3-1. Comes back to get Adams, and that's going to be a fourth punch out in a row for Roberts. This is the form we thought we were going to see from the beginning of the season. He's starting to pitch like everyone thought he would. And he's going to face Phillipson. Phillipson last game against the Mavericks was 0 for 2. He grounded out twice with a walk. So one out here in the bottom of the third. Mavericks lead 3-0. First pitch to Phillipson misses outside. And Roberts is up to 36 pitches. 23 of them have been strikes. And he'll deliver a 1-0. Fouled over the backstop. Count goes to 1-1. Mavericks had a runner on first base when they grounded into the double play to end the last inning. That'll bring up Nixon when they come back, the number 9 hole hitter. As Roberts delivers a 1-1 swinging strike, the count goes to 1-2. Nixon was ruled an error the first time. He bunted, but then the scorer changed it, gave him base hit as they deemed the third baseman not able to get to it. As the 1-2 comes in, it's going to be a high fly ball as Ketchum calls off the first baseman. Miller was coming in also behind first base. Nice job by the second baseman Ketchum, make the second out of the inning. So Phillipson will fly out to second base. That's going to bring up Lampkin. Lampkin reached in the first inning on a walk. He's been the only base runner for the Panthers through 3 innings as Roberts will face him for the second time tonight. First pitch comes in high, ball 1. Mavericks love to get out this inning, 1-2-3 again to come in and try to score a few more runs. Roberts delivers a 1-0, swinging strike one, counts now 1-1. Mavericks tomorrow night play Central Holmes at Manchester Academy. The game times will be 4 and 6. So Roberts brings the 1-1 in. Strike 2 over the outside part of the plate. Again, Roberts works ahead of the batter. We'll see if he'll come to his breaking ball. He's mostly stuck with fastballs tonight, and 1-2 with 2 outs on his way. Tries to get him chase a breaking or fastball outside. Lampkin does a nice job, doesn't get fooled, and count goes to 2-2. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Mavericks lead 3-0 after scoring 3 in the top half of the inning. Trying to get the last out of the bottom half, and strike 3 swinging on a high fastball. Again, Roberts challenged up to his fastball. Mavericks get the Panthers to go down 1-2-3 again. That's 7 in a row sat down by Roberts as we go into the top of the 4th inning with the Mavericks leading 3-0 when we come back from Power 107 and a message from our sponsors. Mavericks lead 3-0 as we come into the top of the 4th inning. Adams will stay on the mound for the Panthers. Mavericks have retired 7 in a row. The Panthers, they come up to bat with Nixon, who had a base hit on a bunt earlier in the game. It was first ruled an error, then they gave him a base hit. The reasoning was that they felt that the third baseman wouldn't have had to play at first. That'll bring up Nixon, followed by Dees and Tyson. Dees has reached base twice tonight. Mavericks looking to get some more runs in as they left golden opportunities in the first and second inning, leaving 3 on base in the first inning. Had the bases loaded with
For the Mavericks, number
1
2,
out, failed to score, and then in the second inning left runners on second and third with 2 outs. Were able to pick up a few runs here in the top of the third inning. They'll look to do some more damage in the fourth. Line scores look like this: 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors for the Mavericks, no runs on no hits and 2 errors for the home team Panthers. As Nixon come in to bunt, that's what he does. And this time he's going to pull back as the third baseman is charging the pitch. Played a fastball that hits the glove of the catcher. He never moved it. Looked like Nixon may have slap bunted that one. Again, Nixon squares the bunt and pulls back, and this time he does. And it's going to hit the plate, go straight up, and the umpire calls it a foul ball. Nixon was lucky on that one. Count's going to be 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch coming, Nixon will be swinging away. Ball 1 high on the fastball. Adams' velocity's slowed down a little bit here in the fourth inning as he's up to over 50 pitches. He's at 55 pitches, 56 pitches now. And there's been a clear decline in his velocity. But he's ahead 1-2 to Nixon as he looks in and shakes off the catcher. He's going to step off, didn't like the signal or what the catcher wanted, and he'll readjust on the mound. Ahead 1-2 with no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Mavericks leading 3-0. 1-2 on its way. Nice job by Nixon to watch. Count goes 2-2. So 2-2 count. Nixon trying to be a leadoff runner for the Mavericks here in the top of the fourth. Waits on the delivery from Adams. Strike 3 swing as he chased the ball outside the zone. He's going to strike out. It'll be the 4th strikeout of the night for the Mavericks. Brings up J.P. Dees. Dees on the season was batting .500. He's done nothing but help himself tonight as he's 1 for 1. Singled in the last inning. He was hit by a pitch first time up. First pitch is going to be a breaking ball. The catcher had to reach way outside, gets called a strike, and count now is 0-1. Dees will step back in with the 0-1 count, 1 out. Again, same pitch. This time going to be low. Count moves to 1-1. Adams works the 1-1 count to Dees. Going to be a grounded foul toward the third base side off the home team's dugout. Adams jumps ahead for the second time in a row, 1-2. Mavericks still looking for a few insurance runs here in the top of the fourth inning. Long ways playing this game, even though Roberts for the Mavericks pitching well. He's retired the last 7. Flagpole, the wind's picking up just a little bit again, blowing in as Adams delivers a curveball that J.P. Dees is able to hold up on, evens the count 2-2. Nice job by Dees as he's got Tyson on deck, the catcher for the Mavericks. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called over the outside part of the plate on the ball that was low and outside. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Brings up Tyson. Mavericks have watched a few go by tonight.
Next, number 10, Dean Tyson.
And walked away with their heads shaking each time. They've had 4 times they've watched pitches be low or outside. They thought got rung up on them. As Tyson's going to watch a breaking ball come across waist high. Called strike. He asked the umpire where it was. Mavericks have 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning with Tyson coming to bat. Mavericks put base runners on every time. Tyson's going to hit this one, chopper to second. It's going to be the first time with a good throw, and they do get one. The Mavericks go down in order. So the Mavericks fail to score. They do lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. We come back from Power 107 and a message from the sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball on Power 107. Sandbergers will be the batter facing Roberts. As Roberts delivers his first pitch, strike one over the inside part of the plate. Sanders flew out to center field, or Sandberg flew out to center field his first time up. He'll be followed by Bates and Cook. As Roberts again delivers the 1-0, just missing on a check swing by the batter. Count goes to 1-1. We'll see if Roberts is able to continue his dominance. He's retired. In that span, he's had 5 strikeouts. If he gets a fastball, it's going to be fouled back over the backstop. And the head 1-2 again on the count. So Sandberg will step back in, 1-2. Count to him. Roberts delivers. It's going to be a ground ball to Dees. Picked up cleanly, a throw across in plenty of time. Nice play by Dees for the first out. That's 8 in a row now by the Mavericks pitcher. Roberts brings up Bates. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up on a 6-3 play in the first inning. Nice play then by Dees also. He threw a strike just a second ago across the field to Walton at first base. Outfield for the Mavericks deep and right as the big left-hander comes up to face Roberts. First pitch strike. Roberts really letting the ball go a little harder now. He looks like he's getting stronger as Adams' velocities come off a little bit during the 4th inning. 0-1 comes swing and strike 2, a big swing on a changeup. The count goes 0-2 now to Bates. Roberts worked away on the changeup to the outside. Bates was way out in front of it, took a big hack at it and just couldn't hold his bat speed back as he's got an 0-2 count, 1 out. Roberts just misses. Little high. Counts now 1-2. Roberts again will work out the windup, a 1-2 count. 1 out to Bates. So he misses on the outside with another changeup. Count now goes 2-2.
Come get it. Let's go.
Roberts threw 3 1/3 up to 53 pitches. As he's going to work a little deeper tonight, it appears. He's got a 2-2 count. He shakes off Tyson twice, brings in a fastball, misses high. Nice job by Bates not to go after it. So Bates falls behind 0-2, has been worked the count now back 3-2 with 1 out. He looks to be the first base runner for the Panthers since the first inning. 3-2 comes, missing high, and that's the first base runner since the first inning. Bates will get a walk after falling behind 0-2 as Roberts missed a called third strike he thought he got on the third pitch and then threw 3 straight balls. And it brings up Cook, left-handed hitting right fielder. Mavericks lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning with 1 out and a runner on first base for the Panthers. Bates will take a leave. It's not a big one as Roberts will check over his left shoulder, and then Cook, the hitter, calls timeout. He flew out to left field to end the first inning. Again, he'll step back in to face the right-handed thrower in Roberts. First pitch misses low. Count now is 1-0. So 1-0 to Roberts, or excuse me, to Cook. Bates will take a lead on first. He's got a very small lead. 1-0 pitch. Strike over the inside. Ooh, ball. Umpire said that one was in. Count goes 2-0. So Roberts going to take his time, go back to the rosin bag, regroup. Didn't get the call over the inside part of the plate.
Go to the next one.
Count now is 2-0. It's going to be a high fly ball to right field. This one goes out of the lights as Miller's underneath it, makes the catch on a really high ball to go to right field to retire. That ball was so high it went over the lights and lost into the darkness of the night. Miller did a good job, got under it, made the catch. As Nixon came over to back him up, that'll be the second out of the inning for the Mavericks, and brings up the right-handed hitting catcher, Johnson, who struck out his first time. So Johnson steps in against the right-handed hitting or pitching Roberts. First pitch to Johnson is going to be low for ball 1. Wind's picked up just a little bit. Flags now kind of moving right to left from right field to left field. As the 1-0 comes, the runner goes on a hit and run. It's going to be fouled out of play. Panthers tried to hit and run there as they sent Bates from first base. Johnson was able to get a piece of the ball, but it goes foul over the first base dugout. Count will be 1-1 with 2 outs now. Mavericks looking for an out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They've only given up 2 base runners on the night. Both of them were walks. As Roberts pitched 3 2/3, looking for a third out here. With the 1-1 pitch, strike 2 over the outside part of the plate. Cook watched that one go by. As Roberts was able to locate it over the outside portion of the plate. So 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. We'll see if they try to go again with him as Mavericks set up to the outside part. The runner does go. They get a good throw off. It's going to be just wide, though, of second. The runner's going to get a stolen base. Mavericks tried an outside corner pitch, didn't hit it, and couldn't get the throw down in time to get Bates as he'll have a stolen base, moves into scoring position. It's the second time tonight that the Panthers have somebody in scoring position. The count goes 2-2 on Johnson. So 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Roberts will work out a stretch, look back to second, deliver home. It's going to be a ground ball, base hit. It's going to score a run. As Burton picks it up, he's going to throw the ball to second base. It was between shortstop and third. A nice job of hitting by Johnson. First hit of the night for the Panthers. It came 3 2/3 inning all the way to the bottom of the second before Roberts gave up a hit. It was a hard ground ball between second or short and third. And that'll put the Panthers on the board, and they trail only 3-1 now as Johnson, the catcher, goes down to first base. They've got a pinch runner for him. I don't have any of their substitute numbers as Coach Hester's going to come out, talk to Roberts. Not sure if he'll take him out or not. He usually is the coach when he comes in that takes out the pitchers, but I think this is just going to be a conversation on calming everybody down. While he's out there, I'd like to thank the sponsors for the Mavericks baseball team, Bank Plus, Manchester Academy, William Clark and Morrison, Main Street Market, Yazoo County Fair, Jim Newsom Trucking, Bank of Yazoo City, Yazoo Valley Electric, P-Rose, Coghlan Planning, Scott Petroleum, and McCaleb Insurance. Thank you to all the sponsors who bring you baseball on Power 107 all season long from Manchester Academy. So this is a little bit longer talk. It looks like they may bring in a pitcher, and they do. They're going to bring in the left-handed freshman Bidelman to fall in behind Roberts. Roberts on the night had a very good night. He only gives up one hit in 3 2/3 innings, and he'll lead with a run. He does have a runner on base that'll be charged to him. We're going to go back to Power 107 for a quick commercial break from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks bring in the freshman left-handed Bidelman. He's got a fastball that tails to the outside, a nice little breaking ball. He'll be a good yin to the yang of Roberts. Roberts is a lot harder thrower. Roberts had a very good night tonight, the best outing of the year for him, as he went 3 2/3 innings. He gave up one hit, one run. It was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5, and then retired 8 in a row at one point. And he'll leave a runner on first base. It'll be credited to him if he comes around to score. But the Mavericks lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning, looking for a quick out here against Winston, the number 6-hole hitter. Winston will face Bidelman for the first time. He struck out against Roberts. As the outfield's playing deep against him, Winston homered against the Mavericks the first time he played. The first pitch comes high, ball 1 from Bidelman. On the season, Bidelman's had a good start to his season, as he'll have a 1-0 count going into this next pitch. And it's going to miss again high as he's come in and thrown 2 fastballs, both missing high. On the season, Bidelman's thrown 4 2/3 innings. He's had 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, and given up only 1 hit. The opponents are batting 62 against him, 0-6-2, and he's behind 2-0 though to Winston, as he throws in a nice little breaking ball that Winston swings above. Count goes 2-1. Took a big cut at that one, couldn't connect, and Bidelman's able to get the first strike on him. So it's 2-1 count with the runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Next pitch comes in, same pitch over the outside part of the plate. Again, a nice little breaking ball / changeup. It's a very slow pitch. It's hard to see if it's just not breaking enough, but he's even the count back to 2-2, and both times had Winston way out ahead. So 2-2 count, the runner goes. Big breaking ball, hit out to center field. Nixon's coming in, and he's going to make the catch on the run. A great job by Nixon. Outfield did their job that in on 2 very hard balls hit. Hard to describe on the radio how good of catches they made, and that retires the side for the Mavericks, or the Panthers, as the Mavericks will come to bat in the top of the 5th inning. When we come back from Power 107, there's a message from our sponsors. In Yazoo City, Mavericks have traveled over to Canton Academy, and they lead 3-1 going into the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks have only given up 3 base runners all night on 1 hit. The Panthers did get 1 run off of Roberts as he pitched great tonight on going 3 2/3. He gave way in the bottom of the 4th inning to Joseph Bottom, the 9th grader, who came in, got 2 strikes on one of the better hitters for Canton and got him to fly out on a ball to center field, and a nice grab by Nixon out there as he came charging in and took away what looked like was going to be a base hit. So the Mavericks take a 3-1 lead in to the top of the 5th with their 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters. These are the 3 guys that have scored the runs for the Mavericks tonight. As Adams will stay on the mound for the Panthers, he's up to 65 pitches. First pitch from him is going to be a high breaking ball. It doesn't come down, and the count goes 1-0. So Roberts will step back in with a 1-0 count. Pitch on its way. It's going to be a fastball chest high that Roberts files back over the backstop. Count moves to 1-1. Mavericks would like to answer the 1 run they gave up in the bottom of the 4th here in the top of the 5th. 1 count, no outs. Outfield's playing deep and left and center. The 1-1 comes in, breaking ball that hits in the dirt, and Roberts offers it, swings through it, and count moves to 1-2. He's badly fooled on that pitch, and Adams won that particular pitch.
Hey, see it, buddy.
Roberts have to choke up now with a 1-2 count, have to protect the plate. Best breaking ball of the night for Adams. And he'll deliver a 1-2. Misses outside. Really good eye by Roberts. Count moves 2-2 as he tried to get him to chase a fastball over the outside part of the plate. Roberts didn't take the bait, and the count moves 2-2 with no outs. Wind again's picking up now. It's blowing a little bit towards center field. 2-2 on its way. Breaking ball. Roberts gets the barrel of the bat on it, but it's going to be a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder came in, then had to drift back. He'll make the catch 10 feet from the wall, and the ball, it'll be the first out of the inning for Roberts. As Adams able to get him to fly out, brings up Burton. Burton on the night has been hit by a pitch and then singled in that 3rd inning where the Mavericks scored 3 runs. He'll come in to face Adams for the 3rd time. First pitch to Burton. It's going to be high for ball 1. Mavericks in another tight one with the Canton Academy. They won the first game of the season against Canton 3-2, and they're leading 3-1 here in the top of the 5th inning as we play in Canton, Mississippi. Next pitch is going to be a fastball skied to center field. Center fielder's coming in. It's underneath it and has to jump back, catch it. The wind's blowing a little bit up high, I think now, not catching a lot of the wind down low, but he makes the catch. And for back-to-back batters, the Mavericks fly out and brings up Ketchum. Ketchum was out on a fielder's choice, then singled. He appeared to have been hit by a batter back in that 3rd, or by a pitch in the 3rd. Umpire said it caught the bat, and he ended up singling after that. And he'll step in with 2 outs, trying to give the Mavericks first runner of the inning. Adams worked a pretty easy inning so far, and the first pitch comes in strike. 0-1. Mavericks hadn't put any pressure on the pitcher this inning. The Mavericks only had one other inning where they failed to get a base run. That was the last inning, so Adams gets another strike on a fastball, this time waist high. Mavericks have been retired 6 in a row. If Adams can get Ketchum out, give him 7 in a row as he's settled in a little bit. He's up to 74 pitches. Ketchum waits on the 0-2. Breaking ball hits the dirt. Ketchum doesn't offer it. The count moves from 1-2. One and two. Mavericks lead 3-1. They've out-hit the Panthers 5-1 on the night. As Adams again looks in, he'll work out the windup and deliver a 1-2. Pitch on its way. Called strike 3 on Ketchum. Mavericks go down 1-2-3 again as they go in the bottom of the fifth, leading 3-1. We come back from power 107. Manchester Academy baseball on power 107. Mavericks failed to score with the second straight inning as they'll go in the bottom of the fifth inning with Joseph Beidelman still on the mound for the Mavericks. He's come in for relief, got the last out of the fourth inning as Roberts exited the game. Due up for the Panthers this inning will be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in Dearman, Adams, and Phillipson. As Dearman will step in first. He struck out earlier in the game against Roberts. He'll face the left-handed pitching Beidelman here in the bottom of the fifth inning with his team behind 3-1. So Beidelman delivers the first pitch, strike over the outside part of the plate, gets ahead 0-1. And now the breeze has come back as the flag in center field's straight out, blown from right to left. Beidelman rocks and delivers a 0-1 pitch, a big breaking ball. It misses just low. Counts now 1-1.
Hey, great pitch, buddy. You missed by much.
Again, Beidelman gets on the mound, works quickly, and 1-1 pitch on its way. It's going to be ripped to left field. Burton's on the run, gets over his head. It's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to be a stand-up double for Dearman. A nice throw in by Burton. Throws a strike from the left field wall and made the play close at second, even though Dearman went in standing up. So a big double for the Panthers starting off here. Gives them a runner on second base. As Tyson's going to call timeout, come in and talk to the freshman pitcher, Beidelman.
Number, Blues. Hey, Blues.
We're going to have a
Blues.
pinch runner, I believe.
Hey, Blues. What number is he? 14. Thank you.
So pinch runner number 14 comes in for the Panthers.
Inch.
That's going to bring up Adams coming in to hit the pitcher. He's got a runner in scoring position with no outs. Mavericks going to have to navigate past the leadoff hitter. First pitch is going to be a foul ball off the catcher. Counts 0-1 again. Beidelman's able to get ahead in the count. Gave up a double just a second ago to Dearman to left field. Adams, the number 8 hole hitter, struck out his last time up, and he'll have Phillipson on deck. Phillipson popped out to second baseman. Panthers just collected their second hit of the night as we're in the bottom of the fifth, and the Mavericks lead 3-1. Beidelman will miss with a fastball this time outside. Count goes 1-1. So 1-1, Beidelman needs an out here. Mavericks have a couple of runs to play with, but don't want to put any more runners on base, and 1-1 comes. Again, missing just outside, counts 2-1. So a 2-1 count, no outs. There is a spot on first base. Runner on second for the Panthers. Pitch on its way. A changeup is going to be fouled back. Count goes 2-2. So it's a left-handed pitcher versus right-handed batter Adams. Beidelman got a changeup that was fouled back into the netting as Adams steps back in, 2-2 count. Pitch comes, misses way high. Count's now 3-2. So 3-2 count. Eidelman delivers. Strike three on a check swing on the breaking ball that was in the dirt. Nice pitch by Bideman. Adams could not hold up. And he'll get a strikeout in the first out of the inning, bringing up Phillipson. Phillipson had popped out his first time up. Second baseman behind first base. Runner on second still in Dearman. Hadn't been able to advance as Bideman was able to get a strikeout. Mavericks will look to get out at first base if they can. First pitch comes in high, ball one. Mavericks do lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. As only the fourth base runner for the Panthers is on base through five. Umpire's going to get the batter to fix his pocket, was hanging out. As he'll step back in, Phillipson, the left fielder. 1-0 pitch comes, misses outside, 2-0, and again, for the second straight batter, Bideman's dropped the count to 2-0, falling behind. As he's got the top of the lineup looming after Phillipson. So 2-0 count, one out here. Pitch on its way, strike. Nice pitch by Bideman, put a little bit more on that one. Phillipson swung at it, couldn't catch up as it tailed off to the left-handed side of the batter's box. Bideman's battled back to a 2-1 count. We'll see if the freshman can throw a strike here or get a ground ball. 2-1 on its way, a little low. Count goes 3-1 now.
Here we go, 3.
I've been told, I believe, that Estes will be the starter tomorrow night. So after Bideman, we're more than likely will see Burton tonight come out left field to pitch if he has to, as the freshman has a 3-1 count and one out. Phillipson gets close to the plate and pitch comes in. Very close. Umpire says it missed and count for ball four, and they'll walk Phillipson. Gives two runners now. The tying runs on first base. As Coach Hester's going to call a timeout, come talk to Bideman. We'll see if they make a pitching change here. Top the lineup coming up in Lampkin and Sandberg. While Coach Hester's strategy out there, we'll thank our sponsors, Bank Plus, Manchester Academy, William Clark and Morrison, Main Street Market, Yazoo County Fair, Jim Newsom Trucking, Bank of Yazoo, Yazoo Valley Electric, P-Rose, Coghlan Planning, Scott Petroleum, and Michaela Insurance. Thanks to all the sponsors that bring you Manchester Academy Baseball on Power 107. So the Mavericks walked his first time, then struck out back in the third. Mavericks would love another strikeout here. As they Bideman checks second, they're going to bunt. And they pull back, it's going to be a ball, 1-0. Mavericks didn't move anybody in when he squared the bunt. Not sure who was going to be taking it. Both corners are playing very deep. So 1-0. Bideman again looks back to second base, delivers home, and again misses high.
Come on, man, let's go. Come on, finish.
So Bideman's got a 2-0 count to the leadoff hitter. Mavericks needing an out here in the bottom of the fifth inning, leading 3-1. Lampkin was turned to bunt, then didn't do it as the freshman's going to throw a strike in now. Count goes 2-1. Lampkin had turned to bunt on the first pitch. I think he was taken all the way, then got a pitch that was high for 2-0, and then Bideman was able to come back in with a strike. And the next pitch is going to be a fastball, high fly ball to left field. Foul as Burton made a long run to the fence, couldn't come up with it. Came close at the fence, ran into the fence on the left field side by third base. Count goes 2-2. Almost made a really good catch. Just couldn't come up with the ball. He came a long ways. Ball again went way above the lights here. When they on this field, when the ball goes high, you lose it, and that was another high fly ball. But the count goes 2-2 with one out. Bideman has a chance to help himself out on this pitch. He'll check the runner at second, deliver home. A breaking ball that hits in front of the plate, bounces over the head of Tyson. It's going to move both base runners into scoring position now. As Dearman goes to third and Phillipson goes to second, and the count goes 3-2 on Lampkin. Bideman spiked that ball into the ground. It just hit a foot short of the plate, went straight over the top of the catcher's head, and now he's got a 3-2 count to the leadoff hitter in Lampkin. 3-2 pitch comes high, ball 4, and the 2 walks in a row are going to give the bases loaded for the Panthers, as the Mavericks are having a hard time getting outs. Coach Hester again is going to come in. This time he's going to call in Burton. We're going to go back to Power 107 as Burton takes his warm-up pitches, and we'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks find themselves in a little bit of a pickle after a double and 2 walks. There is one out, but the bases are loaded for the Panthers as Garner Burton's come in from left field to try to stamp out the fire. When he came in from left field, Hayden Austin, the move to left field, he will not bat as Brody Roberts, the starting pitcher for the Mavericks, was also labeled as the DH. He'll stay in as the DH and bat in his normal spot. Austin will just be in the field as Burton's taking his last couple of warm-up pitches. He'll have to face the 2 and 3 hitters in Sandberg and Bates. Sandberg has flown out to center field. He'll be up next and has grounded out to shortstop. Mavericks lead 3-1 here, but the bases are loaded. First time that the Panthers have had runners on all the base paths all night. Before this inning, they'd only had 3 runners previously for the whole night. They've got 3 now on base. Burton has one more pitch throw, and then we'll be back to playing ball. The line score is 3-5-0 for the Mavericks and 1-2-2 for the Canton Academy Panthers. Tyson will go out and talk to Burton before the batter comes in, and then the umpire will explain the situation. All 3 runners on base will be credited to Bideman, so he's the pitcher on record for the 3 base runners. Now we're waiting on the umpire to come back. He had walked way over to left field, not sure what he was doing unless he was getting a sip of water. He's trotting back down the third base side. And we're almost ready to start baseball back here at Canton as the Mavericks lead 3-1 against the Panthers. They won the opening game of the series, or the opening game of the season against the Panthers, 3-2, and we're in another close game in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Sandberg steps in, he's 0 for 2 on the night. Out to center and the ground out to short. Burton's a hard-throwing right-hander. He's got a breaking ball, a cutter, a fastball, and a changeup. He'll deliver the 1-0. Strike one right down the middle. Good pitch by Burton. 1-1 now with 1 out. Bases loaded. We've got a timeout. Not sure what happened. Oh, as baseball came over on the field, kids on the right side playing. Probably Burton's little brother, Wyatt Burton, and some of his buddies down there throwing the baseball. But 1-1 with 1 out as Burton delivers. Missing low, ball 2, counts 2-1. Nowhere to put Sandberg. Maverick's going to have to throw some strikes here.
One at a time, man.
So 3-1, or excuse me, 3-1 score, 2-1's the count. As Burton looks in and works out of the windup on the 2-1 pitch. Low, 3-1. As the Mavericks pitcher's going to have to find the strike zone on this next pitch. Mavericks had chances in the first 2 innings to really widen the score out, left 5 runners on, and 4 were in scoring position as the 3-1 pitch is on its way. Strike 2, good pitch, right down the middle. Count now is 3-2. Sandberg was looking for the walk, was wanting to swing his bat back. The umpire called it a strike, and now he'll have to come back to a 3-2 count to protect the plate as Burton will start his delivery. Pitch comes, fouled back in the net, and good pitch by Burton. Nice job by Sandberg to get a piece of it, and they'll reset the count at 3-2. So 3-2 pitch, 1 out here. Big pitch coming for the Mavericks as they lead 3-1. Pitch on its way. Misses just low. And that's going to walk in a run. Run won't be Burton's as all 3 of the runners were charged to bite them. And Mavericks still lead 3-2, but with 1 out, need an out. In the worst way is the number 3 hole hitter comes up. And Bates. Mavericks had walked 3 this inning after the double.
Let's go. Throw a double play. Let's go.
First pitch comes, swinging, strike 1. Bates took a big cut on the fastball, couldn't catch up to it. Burton gets ahead 0-1. Bates grounded out to shortstop, walked his last time, and scored the first run for the Panthers, and 0-1 on its way. Missing outside, 1-1. So 1-1 count with 1 out. Mavericks lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch comes low again, counts now 2-1. Mavericks are going to have to figure out a way to throw strikes as Canton's got real selective on the hit.
Yeah, let's go.
2-1 count on Bates. Pitch on its way. Strike over. Ooh, umpire's been giving that one all night. I called it too soon. He said it's low, ball 3. Count now is 3-1. So a 3-1 count, 1 out. As Burton's ready to go.
Hey, here we go, 2-8.
So 3-1, 1 out. Mavericks getting no help from the umpire behind the plate. Next pitch comes in low and outside. Mavericks walk in the timed run as Burton has come in and walked 2 in a row. Mavericks hurting themselves with walks here in the 5th. Still 1 out. Coming up to hits Cook. Last time up he flew out to right field. He's popped out both times, left and right. And we'll have a timeout by Coach Hester. I believe this is just going to be trying to calm Burton down. Not real happy with the umpire right now, Coach Elstrid, as the umpire didn't give the Mavericks a call that he's been calling all night long and resulted in a walk on what appeared to be a good pitch and a strike. They will make a pitching change with Cole Estes, it looks like. So we're going to go back to Power 107 while Cole Estes takes his warm-up pitches and be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks are tied now 3-3 after walking 4 batters in a row. There's only one out. The bases are still loaded. The runner on third is still credited to Bideman, while the runners on first and second will be credited to Burton as Estes steps in from the third base side to pitch to Cook. First pitch comes in outside, ball 1. As the Mavericks are having a hard time finding the plate, umpires tighten his zone up a little bit also this inning as Estes falls behind 1-0. Next pitch is going to be fouled out toward right field. Counts 1-1. Ball comes back in as Estes is ready to go. They'll throw it over to counts 1-1, bases loaded. Estes needing to get the Mavericks out of the inning and back into batting again. Pitch comes, breaking ball, big breaking ball, and a big swing. Really good pitch by Estes. The ball comes into the left-handed hitter's feet. He can't catch up to it, and he falls behind 1-2 on what was a very nice pitch by Estes. Mavericks have a chance for a possible strikeout if Estes can get one over the plate and by the good hitting Cook. As he'll work out of the windup and have a 1-2 pitch come. And it's going to be nubbed off straight ahead. The umpire doesn't call foul until the batter runs over. It was a really late call on the foul ball as the pitcher picked it up. Calls the foul ball, and the count stays at 1-2. Cook will walk off the ball. It went off his foot. Just a slow call by the umpire on that one, and they'll reset it at 1-2. A good pitch again. Another big breaking ball by Estes. It was fouled straight down. With one out and bases loaded, the 1-2 on its way. Misses low, and good job by Tyson as the ball squirts away. They decide not to run home. Estes was covering. It's a short backstop here. Didn't go all the way, but Tyson was quick on it. Mavericks would have had a play at the plate. Panthers decided not to take a chance with Cook, the number 4 hole hitter, up in the 2-2 count. So a 2-2 count coming. Cook steps in on the left side. Breaking ball. It's going to be a high fly ball to right field. Miller's under it. He'll have to charge in and throw home. And throws it in. There won't be a play at the plate. It'll be a sac fly. Scores now 4-3. And that was the last runner for Bideman as he's going to give up another run. There's runners on the corners now as the runner on second was able to tag up to go to third and brings up Johnson. Johnson is struck out in singles.
Johnson.
Mavericks trail 4-3 now. Good job by Estes to get the fly out with the bases loaded. So he'll step back on the mound with runners on the corners. Mavericks trail 4-3 against Canton Academy here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Estes' first pitch comes in, strike, fastball as the runner goes to second. So 0-1 count, 2 outs. Mavericks looking for the last out of the inning to see if they can come in and score in the top of the sixth. Pitch comes outside, the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Pitch comes in, the breaking ball, strike. Nice pitch by Estes. He's up 1-2 against Johnson. Johnson, the right-handed hitting catcher, will have to protect the plate. So he takes his time to step back in. 1-2 pitch from Estes. But before that, the batter's going to call time. Mavericks have given up 4 runs in the last 2 innings, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth so far, and they still have runners on second and third. They trail now 4-3. Pitch comes. Strike 3 called on a breaking ball. Johnson doesn't like it, not sure what he's fussing about, as the Mavericks get a strikeout to end the inning. But in the inning, the Panthers score 3 runs, take the lead 4-3. We'll go to the top of the sixth inning when we come back from Power 107. As we go into the top of the sixth inning, Panthers are going to keep Adams in the game. He's thrown 76 pitches so far tonight as the Mavericks have gone through 4 pitchers. Roberts left the third inning with the win, but the Panthers scored 3 runs. All 3 runs were going to be credited to Bideman. So as it stands now, Bideman's 3 runs were given him. None of the runs left on base those runners were all Burton's, as I'm having a hard time explaining what happened. But the Mavericks have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up, and Walton, Estes, and Miller to face Adams. First batter's going to be Walton. He'll take a ball low. Count goes to 1-0. There's so many pitching changes in that last inning. I couldn't get my numbers straight in my head as I was trying to give out, but Bideman gave up 3 runs, Burton none, and Estes none. As the 1-1 or the 1-0 comes in high, and the count goes 2-0.
Be selective, be aggressive.
Mavericks on the night have out-hit the Panthers 5-2, but gave up 5 walks in the last inning and came back to haunt them as they give up 3 runs. Estes came in and got the final 2 outs, did a nice job pitching through the 3 and 4 hitters as the 2-0 from Adams comes in. Strike 1 on a breaking ball that was waist high, and the count goes 2-1. Walton, the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Mavericks, steps back in as he'll face Adams. Adams is about to throw his 80th pitch of the night. And it's going to be a breaking ball ripped over toward the third base dugout. People went to ducking as the ball ricocheted off the net. Count goes 2-2.
Here we go, 2-6.
As Walton will have to step in to protect the plate on a 2-2 count. So 2-2, no outs here, top of the sixth inning. Mavericks losing 4-3. Strike three called on Walton as he watched the breaking ball. He thought it was outside. The umpire rung him up. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. So he goes back shaking his head, and he brings up Estes with Miller on deck. Estes on the night is 1 for 2.
24. Cole.
He grounded out
Starter, Cole. Come on, buddy.
or struck out. Then he had a single. As he'll step in and face Adams for the second time tonight. Adams looks in, shakes his head, delivers the first pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Mavericks trail 4-3, needing base runners here. They've been retired 9 in a row now since the middle of the third inning. Pitch comes, a high fly ball deep down left field. It's hooking, and it's going to go over the fence, but foul. Would have been a home run. Just kept going foul as the wind was blowing from right to left. Hooking foul over the foul pole. That ball was long out of the park. Just didn't stay in, and the count goes to 1-1. Estes almost tied the game on a long fly ball to left field that hooked just foul of the foul pole. That ball got out of here in a hurry as he got all of it on the breaking ball. He caught up to it, got the bat head on it, and it took off. It just kept hooking foul and just missed being fair by about 10 feet. It was way over the foul pole, but the count goes to 1-1 with 1 out. As Adams again looks in, and he'll deliver the 1-1. Strike 2. Count goes to 1-2.
So what? Go to the next one. Let's go.
1-2 on the count. Left fielder backs up a little bit. He's closer to the wall now. And the 1-2 pitch, 1 out on its way. Breaking ball, nice job by Estes to hold up on it. Count goes 2-2.
Good job, man.
Mavericks just need to find some base runners. Left 5 on base in the first 2, and then 4 of them were in scoring position. And that's kind of been the story from the Mavericks. Had a chance to really blow this game open early. Let the Panthers hang in it. Now they're in a dogfight here with a 2-2 pitch coming in. A breaking ball is going to miss again outside. Estes has moved the count to 3-2.
Hey, we go 2-6. Worry about that crew.
Wind's picking up a little bit again, blowing. It's kind of swirling. It was blowing right to left. Now it feels like it's blowing straight out to left. As Estes will dig in on a 3-2 count, I'll have to protect the plate. And he'll call timeout as Adams was taking a long time getting his signal from the catcher. Mavericks needing base runners here. Estes will step back in with a 3-2 count and 1 out. Pitch on its way. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Big hop, and he boots it as he had it easily in his glove. Drops the ball as he's transferring it to a hand. Estes will reach on the air on a play that should have been routine, but when Winston, the shortstop, went to get it out of his glove, it just fell out. Mavericks will have a runner on first. Miller comes up, struck out his first time, and grounded out hard into a 6-4-3 double play to the shortstop. He'll come back up with the tying run on first base now. Mavericks have a runner on first in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out. Adams taking his time. Gets up and is going to have a run in the stretch. They're going to have a pinch runner in. First pitch is going to be high to Miller, as the pinch runner is going to be Edgar, I believe, for the pitcher, Estes. So a little bit more speed on base for the Mavericks. 1-0 to Miller coming up. Pitch comes in low. Nice job by Miller not to swing at that one. Counts 2-0. It's a pitch that the umpire's been calling strikes all night, but it was definitely a low pitch. and the count stays 2-0. So 2-0, 1 out. Miller will have a chance to drive the ball here. So he should get a fastball. No count, pitch comes. High, ball 3, 3-0. We'll see what Coach Hester elects to do. I'm assuming that we'll be taking this pitch on a 3-0 count. Mavericks could hit and run with a 3-0, but I think you're going to see a take here as they've got a runner on first and 1 out. Adams delivers 3-0 high again. Ball 4 and 4 straight pitches, walks Miller, and all of a sudden the Mavericks have runners on first and second with 1 out. Brings up Nixon. Nixon's 1 for 2 on the night. He bunt singled and then struck out. We're going to probably have a pitching change here as Adams has gone the distance so far and is up to 91 pitches. They will have a pitching change. We'll go back to Power 107. Be back shortly after messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks have runners on first and second with 1 out. The pitcher will be Winston, the shortstop. He's a hard-throwing right-hander with a nice breaking ball. Looking at his warm-up pitches, Nixon's going to be at bat. There'll be a change in the field coming up next in as Austin will come in to run for Miller on first base. After Miller's walk, Austin will have to stay in the game as the Mavericks are trying to put a little more speed on the base paths here in the top of the 6th, and Nixon's going to square the bunt. First pitch comes, going to be fouled back into the batter's box on the backstop on the fastball. Count goes to 0-1. So an 0-1 count now to Nixon. He'll again probably try to lay one down. Top of the lineup's on deck and D's, and he does squares. Pitch comes in, fastball, and he lays it down. And they're going to call him out as they said the ball hit him. I thought it hit him in the batter's box as he was moving out. The runner was still in the batter's box, and the umpire blew that call, but not much you can do about that. That was a terrible call. He was in the box. The umpire said he was outside the box. Now they're going to talk about it with the field play, and they are going to call it a foul ball, I believe, as he was in the box. Good call by the on-field, the infield umpire saw it. He was in the box. The ball ricocheted immediately off of him as he bunted it. So it'll be an 0-2 count. The umpires talked about it, got it right, and the count's now 0-2, but Nixon's going to have to protect the plate after not being able to get the bunt down. So 0-2 as Winston, the pitcher, delivers home. Misses outside, 1-2. Dees is on deck with runners on first and second.
Let's go, buddy.
So 1-2 count, 1 out. Mavericks have runners on first and second. Pitch on its way. Again misses outside. Good job by Nixon to watch it go by. Count evens to 2-2. Mavericks would love to get the runners into scoring position. 1 out here. 2-2 pitch from Winston on its way. Low, ball 3, and after 2 straight strikes, he was able to work the count 3-2. Nixon is. Big pitch coming up here for Winston. So he started off 0-2s, missed 3 in a row outside on fastballs. Mavericks have runners on first, second. Lineup coming. 3-2 pitch, 1 out coming. Ball 4 outside. Good job by Nixon to watch it go by. The bases are now low. The lineup comes up, and Dees, he's 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, singled, and is struck out. Mavericks are 90 feet away for the tying run here in the top 6 as Canton's put their ace pitcher in off shortstop, try to close this out. With Austin running for Miller on second base. Very good speed on the base paths for the Mavericks. 3 fastest runners on the team are on base. Swung at again by Dees just over the outside part of the plate. He'll have to choke up a little bit, protect the plate as when he was warming up. And he'll deliver the 0-2. And there'll be foul, chop foul down the third base side. Good job by Dees getting a piece of it. We'll see if the Panthers will throw a curveball or keep throwing the fastball. They hadn't shown the breaking ball yet. He threw a couple in warm up to hitting the grounds. I'm not sure the Panthers want to take a chance on one going to the backstop and give him the tying run into the Mavericks. But a 0-2 count, we'll see if he'll get it here as Dees steps back in. And now he's going to call timeout after Winston on the mound took too long. Oh, 2, 1 out. Bases loaded full of Mavericks. Pitch comes. Ball 1, low and outside. Good job by Dees. The Panthers are going to bring their corners in on the grass, play double play depth in the middle of the field, trying to cut down the runner at home plate. And the 1-2 pitch coming. Strike 3 as Dees swings at one that was off the plate, couldn't catch up to it. And Winston gets a strikeout, and it's going to bring up Tyson, the catcher. Up the corners. Mavericks needing a hit here out of the catcher Tyson on the night. He's 0 for 2. He walked his first time up, struck out, and then grounded out to second base as he'll face Winston. And he can change the score. One swing of the bat as the Mavericks trail 4-3 here in the top of the 6th. Pitch comes and he takes a big hack at it, files it back over the backstop. He's down 0-1. Mavericks have the bases loaded for the second time tonight. If they fail to score, the story of the night's going to be leaving runners in scoring position as the 0-1's delivered. High, ball 1. Nice job by Tyson there. He's got Roberts on deck. Both of them have a home run on the season. Estes earlier in the inning missed one just barely over the foul line as Winston delivers the 1-1. Strike 2 on a nice breaking ball. Counts now 1-2.
Get it done, buddy.
1-2, 2 outs. Pitch on the floor. This is high, ball 2. Counts now 2-2. Tyson steps back in. Winston works very fast, already on the rubber. Big pitch coming on a 2-2 count. Mavericks trailing by 1 with the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th. Misses just outside on the breaking ball there, won't it? So count's now full. With 2 outs, the base runners will be on the move. Tyson wanting to talk to the pitcher a little bit, talk to his dugout, trying to fire him up. 3-2. Biggest pitch of the game so far for either team as the runners will be on the move, and they're going. 3-2 pitch comes, fouled off on a high fastball. He tried to check his swing and fouled it off on what would have been ball 4, and they'll reset at 3-2.
You got this, Dean, buddy. A lot of confidence. Let's go. I got
Mavericks
you,
are
man. Let's go.
going to be on the run here. Here we go, 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch in motion, the runners are going. Ball 4 high. Tyson makes a good decision, man. Tie the game up, brings up Brody Roberts, the number 3 hole hitter, to face
Next number 13. Brady Roberts.
he'll face Winston for the first time tonight as the Mavericks get a run. And they'll have runners still on every base paths with the number 3 hole hitter coming up. First pitch to Roberts, going to be a breaking ball. He swings through. Good pitch by Winston. Mavericks do tie the game up, though, 4-4 here in the top of the 6th. A hit by Roberts would probably unload the base. Anything to the outfield definitely scored 2. The 1-0-1 pitch comes high, ball 1. One and one. Burton's on deck. Roberts will step back in. Winston shakes off his catcher. We'll see what they call here. Another breaking ball. Good job by Roberts. Check swing. And the umpire calls a strike. I don't know if he said he went around or it was just a strike. Roberts checked his swing. I guess it was a called strike. Looked to be outside. The count's now 1-2. So Roberts have to protect the plate here. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Game's tied 4-4. Ball 2 low. Count goes 2-2. Winston was helped out on the previous pitch just a little bit. Instead of being 3-1, it's 2-2. But Roberts has the hitter's count again at 2-2 with 2 outs. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball, strike 3. He swung through it. Mavericks will get a run, though, in the inning to tie it up. They'll go into the bottom of the 6th, tied 4-4 when we come back from Power 107. On Power 107, the Mavericks were able to tie the score up 4-4, but left 3 men on base again, and for the night have left 6 men in scoring position, 8 men overall. Estes is going to stay on the mound for the Mavericks. The Mavericks are going to face the middle of the lineup in Winston, Dearman, and Adams here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Estes continues his warm-up pitches. We'll thank some sponsors while we're waiting on the beginning of the inning. Bank Plus, Manchester Academy, William Clark and Morrison, Main Street Market, Yazoo County Fair, Jim Newsom Trucking, Bank of Yazoo, Yazoo Valley Electric, P-Rose, Coghlan Planning, Scott Petroleum, and Caleb Insurance. Thank you to all these sponsors who bring you Manchester Academy baseball on the air. So Mavericks will have Winston, Dearman, and Adams to get out this inning. Winston is the pitcher on record now for the Panthers. as he'll step in for the first time against Estes. The first pitch will be a fastball high, ball one. Estes again will deliver home on the 1-0. This time, big breaking ball strike. Nice pitch by Estes. Evens the count 1-1. The outfield change will be Austin in for Miller as he came in to pinch run in the bottom of the top half of the inning. And Estes delivers a fastball for a strike, 1-2. He's way out ahead of Winston. We'll see if he'll give him a breaking ball here as Winston against Bideman earlier had a hard time with the off-speed stuff, and the 1-2 pitch on its way. Big breaking ball that he holds off of. Count evens 2-2.
That's a great pitch, man.
So 2-2 count now. Winston will step back in on the right side. Ball's on its way. Breaking ball, big swing, strike three. Nice pitch by Estes. He gets the out, first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Dearman. Dearman doubled his last time up back in the fifth. That started that big inning for the Panthers where they took a 4-3 lead before the Mavericks tied it back up in the top half of this inning. So Dearman steps back in from the right side. He'll face Estes for the first time as Estes has back-to-back strikeouts. First pitch is going to be inside on a breaking ball. Count goes to 1-0. One-zero pitch coming. Strike, fastball right down the middle. Estes is able to even the count. 1-1 is we're tied here in the top of the sixth inning at Canton Academy. Mavericks and Panthers in a good one. And the 1-1 pitch comes in.
Good pitch.
Misses just low outside.
So good.
Count goes 2-1. Very good pitch by Estes. Didn't get the call. He was wanting it. Counts 2-1 with one out now to Dearman. So a 2-1 pitch. Strike two. Count evens 2-2. As Estes has the count back to even, we'll probably see another breaking pitch here to Dearman. 2-2 pitch on its way. Big breaking ball. Strike three. Best two pitches he's thrown have been the breaking ball on the last two. Really has it looking good right now. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Estes, and now he's going to face Adams. Adams has been a strikeout victim both times up tonight. He'll actually be pinch hit for us. He came out of the game. Not sure. Number 13, I don't have his number. First pitch will be a breaking ball in for a strike. As Estes is in a groove right now, he's up 0-1. Strike two on a fastball. Estes up 0-2, looking for his 4th straight strikeout. I'm sure we're going to see the breaking ball here as this has been working good tonight. 0-2 count with 2 outs, trying to retire the Panthers in order. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball's going to be fine and get under. 1-2-3 inning for Estes. Very good job by him as he came in, got 2 strikeouts, then a little pop out to himself. Does all the work. Mavericks will go into the top of the 7th. Yeah, this umpire's been trash. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks go into the bottom of the seventh, needing to get 3 outs without giving up a run as they left 3 on base again.
Number 3, Logan
They're going to face Phillips in the 9-hole hitter, and the 1-2 hitter. Estes has been good since he's come in. Limited the Panthers to no runs. As the first pitch comes into Phillips, it's going to be fouled back in the backstop. Ball or strike one. Mavericks have had 3 times tonight they've had the base slow with less than 2 outs. Failed to score runs. The story of the night is going to be how many runners they've left on base. As the 1-1 comes in, or 0-1 comes in, strike 2. And again, Estes is way ahead of the batter. As the 0-2 pitch is on its way, it's going to be a breaking ball, strike 3. Estes got his curveball working really good tonight. Best it's looked all season as he's pitched a few innings during the season. This one is another strikeout, and it's going to be the 4th strikeout of the night for him. And brings up the leadoff hitter in Lampkin. Lampkin's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He has walked twice. As Estes is ready to deliver the first pitch, it's going to be a strike on the fastball. He'll get on the rubber quick again and deliver the 0-1. Breaking ball, it's going to be foul ball. I thought it hit the plate, and nice job by Tyson, the catcher, picked it up quickly, tagged the batter, but the umpire called it foul. Count now is 0-2. We'll see if we can get another curveball strike. 2 pitch on its way. Breaking ball just fouled off. Good job hitting by Lampkin. Lampkin will step back in with the 0-2 count. S is looking for his 5th strikeout of the night. Asked for a new ball first. Mavericks tied 4-4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. If the Mavericks get out of the inning, they'll have the top of their lineup coming up in Dees, Tyson, and Roberts to go into the top of the 8th inning. Estes delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball just misses inside. Count goes to 1-2. He's still way ahead of Lampkin. One-two. Estes on the mound for the Mavericks. It's going to be a breaking ball, ground ball to third. Burton gets it, fires across. Nice play by Walton. Keeps his foot on the bag, and they call him out. I think he got his foot stepped on. He had asked timeout for a second. But it's going to be a second out. Nice job by Walton. Second out as Lampkin grounds out 5-3. Brings up Sandberg on the night. Sandberg is 0 for 2, flew out to center field, grounded out to shortstop, and walked his last time up. As he'll try to get on the base paths for the first time tonight against Estes. First pitch comes in strike right over the outside. Well, they call it a ball, a little bit outside on that one. So 1-0. Good location. Missed on the outside part of the plate. Counts now 1-0 to Sandberg. Next pitch comes in low and outside. Counts 2-0. First time tonight that S has fallen behind. Sandberg will try to get on base in front of the number 3 or 4 hole hitters. Estes delivers a 2-0. Breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch on a 2-0 pitch. That's his go-to pitch. 2-1. He'll have Sandberg thinking a little bit after that pitch. 2-1 on its way. Another breaking ball just misses inside. Count goes 3-1. So 3-1 count.
Wow, that wasn't up.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch comes in, fastball high, ball forward. Mavericks will give a base walk to Sandberg. It'll be the second time in a row he's walked. He'll be on first base with Bates coming up. Bates on the night is 0 for 1. He's had 2 walks. They'll have a pinch runner come in for the second baseman, Sandberg.
To play number 28, Sawyer Bates.
So Bates will come up. Left-handed hitter face Estes for the first time. He walked back in the 5th inning. Estes has a runner on second base. There's 2 outs. First pitch is going to be a strike over the inside part of the plate. Counts 0-1. Estes will look over his left shoulder to the runner. 0-1 pitch comes, breaking ball. It's going to be nubbed toward second base. Picked up by. He tried to underhand it, and the runner's going to beat it out. It's going to be an infield hit. Runner's now first and second with Cook coming up, hit a sac fly last time up to right field. That was a bang play. They call him safe at first. Mavericks have a little trouble to work around now as they've got a very good hitter in Cook coming up to face Estes from the left side. Estes right hand. Mavericks just look for an out. First pitch comes in.
Go, big deal. Let's go. Let's get him.
Mavericks just need an out to get out of this inning. Infield's playing back. Outfield's down. Estes down 1-0. Pitch comes. It's going to be a high fly ball left field. Left fielder's going over. Can't get to it. It's going to go off the walls. Left fielder couldn't get it, and they're going to have a walk-off single. Mavericks going to lose this one 5-4 on a hit to win over the left fielder's head. Not able to catch up to it, and the Mavericks going to lose a heartbreaker on the game that they had every opportunity to win. They left 11 men on base tonight. Just couldn't get the timely hits, and that's the way it goes sometimes in baseball. They pitched well for the most part. At the end of the night, just couldn't get it out. After getting 2 outs, they had a walk and then an infield hit. And it's going to be a sad night for the Mavericks as they lose the first time of the season. Played 2 good games against Canton Academy. They won the opening game against Canton 3-2. Lost the second game 5-4 as these were 2 good 4A ball clubs that will more than likely see each other later on in the season. Mavericks on the night get 4 runs on 6 hits. They played flawlessly in the infield. The Canton Academy is going to wind up with 5 runs on 4 hits, and we're going to end the game 5-4 Canton Academy. Mavericks will play again tomorrow night at Parks McGraw Field in Yazoo City at their home field against Central Holmes. The first game will be a JV game at 4 o'clock, second followed by the varsity game at 6. So if you're not able to come to Canton Academy, the Mavericks appreciate everybody that will come tomorrow night on a Friday night to watch a good baseball team play baseball at home. But from Canton Academy, the Mavericks are going to drop this one 5-4. I'm Josh Miller, and we're going to go back to Power 107. We'll see you tomorrow night.